Reload the injury then.
I hit the wrong button and we put straight into the intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Illusion, where a bunch of us gamers sit down and play some Dungeons and Dragons. We're down one person tonight. Loda will not be joining us today for this tonight's session. She'll join us next week when she comes back from her trip. She's currently away somewhere very far away. As usual, down below, mindillusion.co.uk for all of our links, our Discord community, our stream pages, our Gamekeeper's extension, and the MS Society that we currently support as our charity. Wow, that was good. Managed to get all that done in one sentence. What we do have here is these three. This one will appear. There she is. She showed up now. These three are joining us. One of them's already tried to be antagonizing me already. The other's having massive problems, and the other one just being there at the moment. She's not brought any drama to the pre-session. She'll probably bring it in mid-session. Is that when you're saving it from there, Luna?
Chaos. All the chaos.
Wow.
Why am I instantly getting the blame for something? It's not my fault this time, Ducky.
Yep.
It's David's.
I'll blame Justin for why we're starting an hour late as well. It's his fault.
That's entirely your fault, my guy. I've not left the house today, so I have no excuse to have been late. You?
Oh well. So, as we are 1 hour later than usual starting, this is because slightly prior expectations were not going to be met on time due to out with people's control that are relative to the people that are sitting at this table. Call this table because fuck it, we'll call it a table. Remember to tune in on Saturday for IGPV. We're starting to get into the closing stages of the season. We might have a championship on the way. Our World of Warcraft community on Lavalash EU are currently recruiting for Nomagron and Molten Core, because Molten Core is not too far away as well. But Nomagron is going to be a raid next week, so definitely check it out. It's going to be fun. And yeah, that's it, pretty much. No MS Society stuff going on. Just basically go to mssociety.org.uk and just support. Read some of the materials there if you have any form of interest there. Until then, let's jump into tonight's session of Dungeons and Dragons for Minor Illusion. And welcome back. So, last time we left off, which was 2 weeks ago, because we had a little bit of break last week due to prior commitments and other things disrupting everything, so that was all fun. Blue Eclipse made landfall on an island after returning from the plane of fire, trying to escape the many heads of a Hydra. Upon landing, they spotted a tabaxi infant, child, cub, kitten, whatever you want to call it, depending on whatever camp you're in with that, was sitting at the tree line and vanished into the literal jungle. Upon exploring to see what they found, the party came across an individual whose name I literally do not have right in front of me right now because fuck being prepared when you came in home at that time. Don't cite me. Do too much.
Wonder Whisper or some shit like that.
Yeah, I have it somewhere here. He's right here. Wandering Whisper, a male tabaxi who encounters a scouting mantra in the tree forest, brings mantra and the party to a village called Clawspire, which seems to be a village full of tabaxi and some other races as well. Now, the party has also become aware of a certain presence on the island, which was deciphered through a legend lore investigation by Farron, who was able to determine that there's possibly some sort of celestial or aberration, a being of some sort that seems to be inhabiting the island, who is taking up position of its leader or deity of some sort, which the indigents of the island seem to be happily
Cult leader.
affinity to. Also, Mantra became aware of another few individuals that she's briefly met earlier before and who do not seem to recognize her. But some strange happenings have also occurred where not only do the party randomly seem to forget some things about their history, they also seem to not be able to teleport from the island, and also
some possessions have went missing as well. That we don't remember.
Yep, pretty much. So, Warren Whisper was meeting you at the end of the last session to take you into the forest as you are about to proceed, as I remember correctly, to go meet one Volfur. Is the entity that seems to be protecting the inhabitants of the island. Before you get underway, is there anything you wish to do? Whisper each
Other than
other in
reading my
private
notes
chat.
again. Yeah, I mean, other than reading my notes again, just quickly before we're heading. When Mantra reads her notes, and when there is reference to the people that she forgot, does anything come back, or does she just think it was a story?
What?
Demianthus, Council of Winterfall.
Yeah, I've not tracked what you guys have forgotten, so forgive me.
Wow, DM forget things.
Oh, that's loud.
Very loud.
Oh, me again?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, that's fine just now.
So, you ready to leave? Or do you need anything else to prepare? It's a bit of a walk. Have a map.
Farron will just be following the group wherever they decide to go while I try and sort this.
But yeah, did Mantra get any of her memories back, or did she read it as a story?
She read the story and was able to remember certain things. See, here's the thing. For now, anything that does remind you, if somebody says, "Oh, this is the person you should know," then you go, "Oh yeah, that's right." Like, try to remember to say a word as part of a sentence, but you're like, "Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't remember what it is." It's like that sort of sense when it comes to memory.
Okay.
For now.
There's nothing else I would like to do.
Nope. Body Whisper leads you all to the west side of the island. Oh, village. As you walk away, make your way through the penguins. Justin! You refused to do it last time, roll me a d20.
His mic's not plugged in. I can still roll it. Just it might have to be creative with sharing the number. 11.
11. Getting a bit cold. Pretty cold today. And good to know. So, just making sure I have everything. I'm so sorry about this, guys. So as you venture out into the dense foliage, the adventures you find is a brush that he seems to be having no issue with. Whatever mantra you seem to manage okay as well, but for Farron, for Farron and Malara mostly, because Alvar seems to be handling okay in total, more or less. Is very dense brush, tangled vines, slowing your progress. This does look like it's going to be a slower walk than what you're normally used to. You have a marching order.
Well, don't we have a guide still? So they'd probably be at front. Mantra's usually next, but I'm trying to decide if she's going to be more intrigued because of where we are. I'll say Mantra's probably next.
Okay, so we
And I'll
have
be after him.
Keep
Whisper,
hearing me?
Mantra. Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool.
Who's after Mantra?
Oh, Milara.
Malara?
Mhm.
Who's after Malara?
I would like to try out, kind of be in the middle. So
Yeah.
if Vavor's still following, then I'll be in front of
Yeah,
Alvaver.
Eva will be taking a bit rear. Perfect, we've got our 6 people. Order. That away.
Okay.
So, where's my big D20? I had it right here somewhere.
Wow, listen to you dice when you're meant to be playing D&D.
I know, right? Oh, my other dice, but I can't see my big D20 for some reason.
I know I've got a big mouth, Ducky, but you don't need to say that.
Alright. See, what's going to happen is, normally I would use a D6 for 6 people, but I'm going to be using a D8 and putting Phil's numbers on Farron.
Cool.
That's what happens when you like Favour of the Gods. Interesting, I can't find my big dice. I was using it yesterday on Lethal Company, because what I was doing there was on Lethal Company I was rolling dice for random events in Lethal Company by which will I have limited Cali will I can't find it. Oh well. That's gonna bother me actually, because that's actually my main dice. Right, just have to bring out the old one. Okay, that there is good. And yeah, got swallowed up by something. So he leads away, and he just seems to be just pushing the vines in that little way, and he just moves up, untwists them, and removes some of the ones that are tangled. Seems to be effortlessly. There we go. Seems to be clearing a path for himself. After maybe half an hour of this walk, you reach just make sure I've got these ones that we don't want to do with that, because that's actually taking us off that journey. Is not exactly what I wanted, so sorry about this, guys. That's what I wanted. He's already done his check, so I'm actually going to leave it as is. Yep, okay. I need something else up actually then. Which doesn't show up that way, so I have to do a manual search for it. So sorry, guys. I had no time to prepare for the session.
It's all good.
Yeah.
There we are. I just want some regional effects. Okay, cool. As you all come towards the foot of the mountain, there's a small cave covered with a lot of foliage and bark and trees, literally all littered about. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Question.
Sounds when you do.
True. Is this to do with any charmed or frightened conditions or avoiding a trap? Or is this
Charm.
traps? Okay. I've got advantage.
What was that, trap?
Charm.
Charm.
Yes, trap. Charm.
So if you get advantage for, I guess, being charmed and shit like that, then... That's pretty good. 24 for me.
Well,
I got an Ep 20 for 30.
Nice.
Success. Sorry, what did you get, Farron?
24.
Fail.
So a natural 19.
there was no point in me rolling. I only have +1 to wisdom saving throws.
Yeah, we've worked out mantra and wisdom saving throws. Less fans out there. Doesn't usually work.
No, it's the strength ones that I lost with my -1.
And for Alfavor, she can actually save, but let's see how this goes. Yeah, she got 21, she failed as well. Farron, Mantra and Alvavor, and Toto all suddenly have an intense urge and proceed immediately walking into the cave.
Oh, it's this way.
Literally, Malari, you just watch those three just continue walking off, almost as if they're almost running.
Guys, hey. Slow down a bit.
Keeps walking.
One of
You don't know what's
whisper
in there.
looks to
It's
Ep2 and
fine.
says, "It's fine. They're just being shown the way." Follow, come on, I'll show you the way. And he leads you.
Mhm.
It gets pretty dark pretty quick the deeper you go, but your route follows a narrow path that seems to be winding and twisting quite a lot. A few ups and downs, mostly downs, but at one point or another, splash, 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 water. As you get deeper and deeper, it goes up to your knees, up to your thighs, up to your chest, to the point that you're completely submerged and you can assist.
You're breaking out there.
How dare I break out? With what?
What was the last thing she said?
Until your head fully submerges and you're still persistently moving forwards. At this stage, you're completely underwater. Malara, you do catch up and you do find them all just suddenly go under the water.
I'll turn to Wander there.
He offers his hand and don't worry, it's safe. Holds your hand and takes you in.
Okay.
After maybe 15 minutes of walking in this water, you find, Malara, that you have the ability to breathe normally. Not even water breathe, underwater breathing. On possibly about if you do wish to, except Madrak is almost no point. Varen, you can try and repeat the save.
If it's the same DC, nope, that's a fail.
That's a fail from Alpha as well. She's getting that 1 for 10.
Because the only thing I could do to be better is an at 20, which would be 25. So
Yeah.
unless that can even beat it, there's no point in me rolling either.
That's fine.
What does my inspiration give me?
D6.
A D6. So there's a chance
Wait,
I could get
are you meaning your bardic inspiration or
Yeah, she still has
actual
bardic.
inspiration?
no my actual inspiration.
Oh,
That-
that's a reroll.
that's a reroll of an D20? So if you don't like something, you can choose to essentially have advantage with it. Essentially,
As you all finally
I was
arrive
hoping to
into
give myself a way of passing. As we arrive to what, sorry?
So as you all arrive into a larger chamber, things open up. You see rocks and kelp-like plants all just rippling in the water. And a wandering whisper catches up to you as you all stop. It says, "We arrived." My Lord Froful, I bring new guests to the island. And all of a sudden, all do hear in your minds, "Ah yes, come forward."
oh, fuck, more voices in my head.
I'm watching the three of them very carefully.
are we still under the charm effect?
You're
or
still on
was
the
that
charm
what I-
effect, but you are aware you're in this water very deep, breathing normally. And you do know you're not under the effects of water breathing spell.
What do I know? Since I'm charmed.
So,
To do exactly what we're told. I presume. So I'll go forward and give a bow just because he said Lord.
customary to maybe offer donation. Item of worth.
Wait and see
Speaking of
what other
which,
people do.
One of us brings out some coins and he just throws the coins up into the water. It just basically floats upwards. All of a sudden you see pew, 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 pew. Very nice. What of our friends here?
I'm not going first.
Have anything of value you would like to partake in providing me today?
What
Well-
coins were dispersed?
Sword you are carrying looks very interesting.
You were asked a question there.
I didn't quite hear it. I thought that was a word out that
No,
Lara
she
was
was-
actually saying.
No.
No.
Here, I will turn this up. Can you hear me better now?
Close bear.
Okay. What coins were dispersed into the water? What was the
Besides just some gold and silver, possibly.
gold and silver? Okay.
That
I
sword looks
pass
interesting.
over. I pass over the staff of healing.
Ah. You see this little one tentacle just come and wraps around the staff, and all of a sudden, you don't actually see where these tentacles are. These stretch of appendages are coming from. There's very nice. You can see the glimmer of the staff suddenly getting put onto something behind this large mass that you're starting to see above you.
And I just, as I do it, I'm saying, and this should help you protect all of the citizens here.
Generosity is greatly appreciated. Alvor hands over a dagger. And what about the other two?
I'll do 20 silver.
What do you do exactly with the 20 silver?
No,
You
I'll toss
just
it out. The other
So,
I did.
okay. What you see is all of a
Try to do it
sudden,
in the same movements.
you see this little brief snatch of each coin. Pitiful. I have something better.
I'll get up from above because I never said I got up. And I'll say, to help for my friend, I'll toss up 10 gold.
Your jingle off in the distance.
And for myself, No, I don't want to try and fuck up shit already. I was so gonna try
I was
something.
gonna say you do have the alchemist fire that was in my bag of holding because you've got my stuff.
Mhm. I've misread the message. Yeah. No, I was thinking of trying to do some fuckery, but I'll be good for now. I'll take off my hat, reach in, and pull out the eyes of the eagle that I have goggles. And I'll throw that up in the air. Well, the water. And let's see if that's a significant standard or not. Delete from inventory.
Oh. See this thing actually starting to come down slowly and comes up to you, and you briefly see a large, greyish looking creature with many tentacles and some other appendages, little claw-like legs, sometimes like a mantis or a spider. And then you see two yellow piercing eyes within the main mass of the body and a beak. But that's what not grabs your attention, this interesting image creature. The hordes of treasure, chests, items, gold, platinum, silver that seems to be mounted on its back. But you do see the staff was placed.
Tabatoa hasn't always been the plan. Come on, I had to.
For reference, this is what you see. Massive.
Ah, so crack? No, not quite. Kraken?
No.
Copy the link. Let's see if that works in Twitch. There we go. So that way, well, I already added a link into Twitch for you.
That's fine.
I'm curious.
What are you curious about?
No, I'm just thinking to myself. I'm just going to say it in deep speech. Our Lord, I hope those items are satisfactory. To see if I get any inkling of if this thing knows what I'm saying there.
Speaking an unknown tongue. But I can read your thoughts.
Oh shit.
Again, this is in your head.
I instantly shut up and think. Absolutely, I'm just thinking jerky, jerky, jerky in my head.
The
Not trying to
eyes
be weird.
are literally looking around between each one of you, but then it suddenly stops and continues to look at Molara. This one is hesitant.
May I offer you something more? I'm a woman of cloth. I don't have much.
Tentacle comes down and just basically tips you on the chin. Safe here. My child.
say?
Welcome to your new home.
She grabs out from her back her +2 mace and lets it loose.
Holding you, then all of a sudden, another thing comes in and just goes on his back. Generous.
What, +2 mace?
The +2 mace, yeah. +2 mace. Thank you, Lord.
Mass moves off into this ceiling.
Are we done here?
That went well. The angry people have been made him upset, and some people, well, had to be corrected in their manners. Thank you, Multiple, for. He turns around and leads through the cave, one of the many caves you actually see here in this chamber. And the one you all came through. He proceeds out that cave. As you look up the ceiling, you do see those yellow eyes just still peering and staring at you.
Do those that were under the charm effect still feel under the charm effect?
No idea. You just had an intense urge to get to this place and you found your way here.
Okay. Farm wants the fuck out of there.
That's absolutely fine.
He's just getting the fuck out of there.
I'll stay and make sure Mantra comes as well. And Alviver.
Yeah, I'll follow.
As you all swim, after a little while you eventually come to the drier part of the tunnel, and then a bit furthermore you come to the other side. A bit lucid, but fully aware. Oh,
That was strange.
meeting your deity is always going to be a strange experience.
I'm gonna keep my
Wait.
mouth I'm keeping my mouth shut.
It's always good to meet your deity.
The village is this way. Do join us this evening and see what your best skills are to be put to use. Bows and walks off in the direction of Clawspire.
What were you guys thinking?
What do you mean?
We had to get into the cave, but it was away.
Right, they just walked in there blindly. Shall I say swam?
We could breathe though. It was safe.
We didn't know at the moment.
To be fair, for a good wee while, I could have done that anyway before shit went haywire and I became me again. Because I
It's
used to be able
better
to
than
just...
being on a boat.
I'll agree to that, but you guys could have got hurt.
What did we?
For now, no. Which is the key thing. For now. At least we've saw what we've to... And I'll actively whisper. No, I'm going to use spell. Do I have
You're being
Yes.
suspicious.
I'm using message, and I'm going to do it once to each of us after I stop my sentence and say that we may need to deal with. Here's hoping he can't hear that, because otherwise I've just fucked us.
Be what you said for me, just to make sure I heard you right myself.
It was message.
Out loud, he said pretty much along the lines of, for now, at least we're safe, but at least we've seen what we... And then stopped the sentence and then started using sending to then, to each of them, say that we may need to deal with.
What you said, message, but yeah.
Yeah, it was message. That's the only way I can do it. Okay, that's fine so far.
No, what would you guys like to do? The day's young.
We should probably let Cyborg know. It might be a bit longer for us to try and get back there, since we can't get back there right now.
Baron, the last time I tried to contact him, he didn't reach back.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. For now, it looks like we're on our own.
Okay. Head back to the village? Or do we want to go back to the village? I don't know what we want to do. What I want to do is get the fuck off this island. Or wherever we are.
You might not want to say that too loud.
To be fair, if that thing could read my thoughts while we were in there, it is likely already thought or seen everything I have said.
Fuck you. We'll put in context what she just shared with me there. It's just fucking turned something that I've done to her, and she's turned it into a fucking joke.
No, that turned it into a massive character arc.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he can hear us right now, then either way, or even if while we were in there, if he's able to read our thoughts while we were there, we don't necessarily know how far back of our thoughts he can potentially look into.
That's true.
So technically, for all we know, we could be well and truly fucked, and we're giving him plenty of time to fucking prepare.
Especially since it seems like he was able to read mine.
Well,
If he didn't have the same reactions you guys did.
yeah.
I need an answer before I give Mantra's response.
Yeah,
I'm
I
guessing
guess.
that's a message to the Mr. DM.
I don't know about you, but I feel a nice weight off my shoulders.
You've been saying that since you got here. Has your past really weighed you down that much?
I don't know what you mean. Things have been good.
Oh, fuck. Okay. You're surprisingly happy compared to your normal demeanor. When you're not pranking someone.
I mean, it's fun to prank people. I'm good with that.
So, back to the village for now?
It sounds like they're going to prep us for something back at the village.
Yeah, he
So we need
said
to be
so.
prepared
That
for
sounds
that.
suspicious.
Yeah, they were saying something about seeing what skills we can be useful with.
Mm-hmm. And the D&D.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but this place does seem a little bit low tech and boring, though.
Yeah, what were you trying to say there, Malar?
Okay.
I think your volume's too high now and you're clipping your mic when you're talking.
Oh no. Okay, let's turn that down a little bit more again.
Yeah.
There we go. Is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
Using our skills. I forgot, to be honest.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think it was something similar to what Mantra was going on about there.
Uh-huh.
But I think you were going about it a different way of saying it.
Oh, I
Okay.
said need to prepare. Yeah.
Well, for now, if that is what we decide to do until we can try and work out whatever way to deal with the situation that we find ourselves in, whether or not we find a way to get off the island by non-magical means or whatever, or we turn the cat into a speedboat like she likes to run so fast.
Who's the guy that's with us again? What's his name?
Wandering Whisper.
Who has
And
wandered away?
Wandering Whisper.
He's gone.
He started walking into the forest.
Well, what do you think happens here when you run out of things to donate?
Oh, we have a mine that we've been able to harvest gems and other valuables.
I'm gonna use sending. No, message. I keep fucking saying sending because I'm so used to using that instead. I'm gonna use message to Mantra and say, I think once you run out of things to give, I think more memories get taken.
Oh yeah, we should check in on that at some point. Make sure everything's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, have you read over your journal again after the visit?
No, not yet. I plan to do that once we get back to the village, because that way I can then go away, sit, and read. Or at least that's how I plan to do it. I don't know how the rest of you plan to do it, or if you plan to do it now, or
Yeah,
on our way back.
I'll sit down and I'll take a wee look at some point later when we get back.
Okay. So shall we start heading back then, or do we want to try and plan away from the village where there might be less prying ears?
Mantra, what are your thoughts?
Apologies, yes.
I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't
know.
feel like we need to be too concerned for now, but we should be okay. Let's just head back, see what we do. Worst case, we can handle it.
Mm-hmm. Hell, we've killed one god before. Wouldn't be the first time.
Did you bring the pupae with you?
The pupae. Oh,
Yeah,
is that
I've been carrying that bag.
is that thing still alive?
We have been feeding it.
I just couldn't remember off the top of my head. That's why I was like, oh shit. Okay. Okay. I'll follow yous.
Let's head back to the village then.
So, who would like to lead the way?
No.
I don't know why he's so hesitant. Come on, I'll lead. Let's follow.
Okay.
Oh, Mantra.
Mantra, make a survival check.
It's not bad. 19.
Okay. With your key mind, able to safely navigate your way back to the build yourself with no issue whatsoever. It does take about an hour. Or the exact route that you came back through. Thank again to your key mind, you're able to use the same route that it was allowed you to get a clear path to this location.
And I thought I rolled good with a 17 on the dice. No bonus points.
None.
So we get back to the village. Do we stop just before that?
What do you mean?
I'm asking the party.
Sorry.
Like, just before we get back into the village, do we stop to...
If we want to stop, try and get our bearings, read our books, try and get that in line, so that way we try and not forget too much things at one time.
That makes sense. I don't think we've forgotten. No.
Well, how would you know if you've forgotten something until you've remembered you forgot it?
We've forgotten quite a bit already, Mantra.
I don't know what you mean. And I open a book. And it's probably like the front page, what I forgot, but I'll see.
See, the thing I forgot, I wouldn't have wrote that down in my book. So,
Mantra would have wrote pages about what she forgot, so I'll let Lima decide if my memories come flooding back or if she just thinks, I must have a good imagination.
From your perspective, you do find remembering simple things associated with your past is becoming harder. And everything that you remember is some forms of gaps starting to form. Some things entirely completely just forgotten. As if you've missed that key part that associates the memory to a particular event or a particular place. It's that link that's gone. So someone can put that link out to you, you will not remember.
Well, she would have wrote a reason for her whole trip.
The journal itself will give you a understand. It's like you'll remember that you are to do something, but it isn't very clear why. If you should. In other words, there's an element of doubt.
Yeah, but she would have mentioned her dead wife in it.
Indeed. That comes back to you, but you're not quite sure about that one.
yeah, I was right. That's what she forgot.
Oh, that and something else.
I'm just sitting down next to a tree reading my book as well.
So you
Trying to
probably
make
see Mantra's reading it, and she's like, this is a good wee story. And then the face starts to drop.
Yeah, some things become a bit more clear with you, Mantra, but again, you're not able to grasp that. Wait a minute. Did this actually happen? Very confusing.
I swear I like to exaggerate things when I write them down, don't I?
No, normally you're actually quite to the point when it comes to information gathering. You usually like to try and get the exact kind of facts.
Also, I don't know why we're after killing this person. Oh well.
Killing which person do you mean? Because there's multiple that we've been trying to kill, or that's tried to kill us.
As they're talking out loud, I'm going to be jotting this down into my own journal that they're discussing.
Well, apparently I had a sad wedding. I kind of have some memories of that. And then we had the whole thing in that jungle place. Not this one. Where we wanted to kill
And the Glenasari.
royalty.
Yeah, the Wood Elves
Oh,
territory.
that's the place, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you confused about?
And then I just showed the book to Baron. I'm like, look what detail I went into with this. So I'm pretty sure I was exaggerating it. And it's depictions of like the entire reason why Mantra's traveling and the memory that you had saw when you saw in Mantra's mind.
Yeah. How would he go about saying this without trying to sound like a dick? That's real.
Real creative, yeah, I know.
No, that's probably more honest than you've ever been with a lot of people. You writing down that. I've only saw your memories of that at one point.
Are you trying to catch a wee swatch?
Yeah, she's going to try to catch a wee pick to see.
Please tell me you've not forgotten your own dead wife or how she died.
I have a memory of it. I just don't know why I filled an entire page saying it was my fault.
Because you believed it was your fault. None of us did. It happened because of someone else's actions, and you essentially were used as a punishment to punish them. Well, she was used as a punishment to screw with you, that then punished them, because it would then cause you torment, and it would be a punishment for the person that caused the initial issue in the first place.
Yeah, but she's dead.
Which one are we talking about here? There's a lot of dead people in this conversation.
Dagger.
Yes, but you've probably forgotten, especially since you forgot who Demiantis was and all that. Demiantis has her body, and I kept it away from you for a while because we were trying to find a way to try and bring her back. He still is.
I don't actually remember you sharing that information with me.
I shared some of it. I told you Demiantis has a body. Never told you I kept it away
You had her
from you.
body
After we
kept it away
came,
from me
after we got
and
back
didn't give
from
me the
Val,
chance to try and raise her and see if
she was too far gone for a lot of spells, and it's a very strong one that is needed. Where a particular item that you have, what you can't, we're keeping for another use. I won't go into details when it comes to that, because that's your business.
well, obviously I had wanted to use it on Silvio.
Yes. It's not my
The
place
name's
to
all
say
over the
that.
book. Oh well. How's your books going? Sorry, journals.
Mine seems fine. Not really forgetting very much from what it's reading here.
Good to know.
Alright.
Lava?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you tell me that's my name.
Yes, it is. Or at least that's what you've told us.
Yeah, well, I'm not recognizing some of this.
Oh, what sort of things?
Well, for one, it doesn't seem like this is something I'd write. I determined that last time. It's not my writing style. And two, I don't remember having a family.
Okay. Do you mean like a blood family or a found family? Two different things there.
I don't have a found one either.
Is it in a language I can read?
It's in a language Farron can read.
I mean, I could cast a spell and read it, but
There's that too. Are you comfortable other people reading it?
I don't think there's.
or you could
anything-
just share the story, and if there's anything we know, then
It
we
just
can
says the whole.
confirm or deny.
Don't forget the reason why you're here is because of your brother.
Okay.
I don't remember having a brother.
Does it give any more context than that?
No. Don't forget your mission.
Could it be like?
Information about you guys, but of course I know you guys.
Could it be like brother in arms, as in someone that you put alongside?
Waiting for clarification on that one too.
The same that there, you, Mr. DM.
I don't know. This is a speculation. I can't hear that one.
And sometimes it just needs something to jog the memory. So, brother in arms,
No,
someone you grew up with.
I don't know. It's his brother.
Think about when you were smaller and you went to on a holiday together with or something.
Or even just most usually have some sort of fond memory of when they're like a child with family. Try and think about that, and if you're finding a black hole, then it's potentially blood family or found family, one of the two. And it just means you need to try and work on how to try and remember that one. If they potentially gave you any like trinkets to help kind of try and jog it, anything like that.
As far as
Are
I
you
know,
wearing
everything
any
I-
jewelry?
Yeah, just my holy symbol. For my god.
Do you know who gave it to you?
No.
To be fair, that's probably not the most helpful because I'd forgot. Yeah, I still have this ring here.
I didn't tell you guys anything about my life, did I?
You've told us very little about very particular things. You've
I
told
don't
us
remember you mentioning your brother. being honest.
I don't remember, brother. I do remember you saying you were from a kingdom that was very neutral.
I remember the kingdom. I remember getting in trouble a lot.
Uh-huh. For any particular reasons, or were you defending someone? Because sometimes if you've got like a brother or sister, you can sometimes, if you're the older one out of the two, you can try and protect them from getting in trouble and all that shit. So sometimes you can take the rowing at.
No, I think I caused a lot of the issues.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It doesn't matter anyway. The point is, something's lost. We need to find a better way. These journals don't seem to be dragging much.
Yeah. Either I've forgot some very peculiar things that I've not written down, or I'm doing very fucking well.
You could just be doing well at resisting it. We'll never know. I didn't think I'd forgot much when I read this.
What have you forgotten, Farron? What seems off?
Now to quickly check back in messages, because I don't remember off the top of my head what the other ones were. Captain message. Okay, and initially I'd forgot. The only thing I can remember that I forgot, if that makes sense, was about the Starspawn Dreadnought that initially killed me. And it was that.
The thing that we saw in the vision.
Yeah.
When you recalled your past, when you worked for the cartel.
What?
You worked for the cartel with me, remember?
What cartel?
You don't remember.
We get story complicated.
Because they're just above Starspawn Dreadnought? Yeah, I don't remember the cartel that you're talking about.
I mean, you were in a vat most of the time when I saw you. Before I cut you loose.
Fair.
But you don't remember the work before that.
I remember working.
What about the flashback thing that we all saw from your memories when turned out me and my sister were in the same building at the same time with the Darkweed cartel?
I remember being there, but I have no recollection of who this Darkweed cartel is or what they do or anything like that.
Do you remember being strange in a way you didn't need to eat or breathe?
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly, I've
Thanks
forgotten
on
something. Then.
Banzans.
Oh, that's far too easy. Especially
Laughing at
more.
my thanks on Banzans.
Yeah, they were pretty funny. Seeing you get hit by a shield because of your pranks on Van Zandt. Also funny. So clearly I've forgot more than what I initially was saying there then, apparently. So it looks like I need to try and work on a way on remembering that. Okay.
Do any of you have any spells you can sort of use to recall memories? Or keep memories stored, or...
I can keep a memory in a vial or container, but only for like 12 hours, and I can't forget about it because I don't. There's some memories that I shouldn't forget.
Well, are you all busy? We have more
As-
permanent accommodations available. Are you over in Shadowpelt Haven?
Was this Wandering Whisper that came over?
It is indeed. He has came back and asked if you would be interested.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting, but just a quick question. What happens when you don't have things to donate to the god? To our god?
He only wishes to ease you away from such vices and greeds. He's a benevolent person who takes away the material greed that you have amongst you. Use such devices and magical apparatuses to help defend this island from outsiders. Things that would come to attack us from other planes, perhaps even ships and monsters.
Just a quick question.
Mhm.
Are we allowed to? Obviously, we are new here, so we don't know the rules, or what if there is any rules even at that. Are we allowed to look around? Is this an island? Is it a part of a continent? Is it just like
It's an
like-
island, and you are welcome to explore. Just be careful. The forests, the jungles themselves are not very safe to travel. All manner of creatures live out there, including ones that have managed to breach through the plane barriers and have arrived on this world, which involve who works tirelessly to try and subdue and eject from this world. But yes, you are free to transverse and explore all around the city, island, and as I said, Shadowpelt Haven has a permanent accommodation for you all.
okay?
You guys might lose me a minute because everything seems to be disconnecting on my end, including Twitch and Discord. I'm gonna reset that.
You're
Okay,
still
okay.
fine on Ninja.
Okay.
I'm currently muting because some wrestling.
So what were we at again, sorry?
Hmm?
I think you had expected a response and then distracted.
So what did you ask there?
I know Farm was asking about. I was about to ask if there's any particular locations that is overly dangerous, but I didn't get a chance to ask that because someone was trying to grab something from the room.
Well, that's are you asking Wandering Whisper?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, certainly. There's some anomalies that, from the Astral Sea, etc., that exist here. You best stay away from them.
What do they look like and where?
The
So
Shadow
that way we
Grove.
know.
It's a grove near the Shadowpelt Haven. This grove is perpetually shrouded in eerie darkness. Things seem to behave and appear in an unnatural way.
Maybe that's a good thing for us to actually look into while we have some equipment that will help defend you.
Yeah.
Are you saying this out. Okay.
Yeah.
We are relatively good adventurers. So whilst we still have the usefulness that, like Mantra says, of our tools, then would it potentially be of use for us to investigate that to try and help mitigate any risks?
I was going to also say there's also the Whispering Tides, where the ocean around here, there's a sort of foam on the thing is harmless and beautiful. And there's also the Lunar Nexus high plateau overlooking our own village, points towards the beaming light that you can see off in the distance. And as you do notice, the light seems to beam all the way up towards Dios. Currently above right now.
Okay.
There's also the dunes of Mirage Dunes are quite difficult to transverse. We could also just take a walk to one of the two villages, including Ashirapal, as you're probably excited to find your bed for your forever beds, we call them.
I love it. Forever beds. Just sounds so comforting.
Hi,
Should Mantra be rolling for her sarcasm?
It's a passive performance check.
Passive performance. Okay, okay. Well, what's passive performance? So,
10,
By the
I mean, I
10
can
plus,
do
it would be 10 plus whatever your stat bonus is to that.
Sure, okay. 25.
Yeah, so if you've got plus 15, yeah. 15, yeah.
Yeah, the joys of being a bard.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, it's not that. That's just the flute that gives that, isn't it?
What would you like?
Because I'm not using it.
Do you wish to make a journey to Shadowpelt, or wish you stay here for the remainder of the day and evening?
I stay quiet.
I want to get off this bloody island.
That's what we're all thinking.
Yeah, the difference is right now, Farron's already had his mind fucked with. He is not in a good fucking mood. And if he speaks his mind, it will fuck up for us.
What's the chance of coming into danger on the way to Shadowpelt, like before it gets too dark?
It's not. Well, as things get darker, it'll be hard to see, and you may face obstacles, natural and unnatural.
What are the unnatural obstacles?
The entire day. For example, in the Shadow Grove, it becomes very difficult to discern something what is real and what is not. And people have even said that their own shadows have turned to attack them.
Okay. I mean, sorry, I've actually completely forgotten the name of the area that has all the aberrations that came from another outer world.
Far realm.
Yeah, also. Do we pass the far realm going there?
Shadow Grove, if I remember correctly.
The Shadow Grove.
That's what he's referred to just now. And he says the Shadow Grove, it's very difficult to discern illusion from reality. even to people's shadows of
Okay.
being attacked by even shadows.
Then we might as well start and get a move on. Just start heading towards our forever beds. I'm sure we'll love it here.
She's not. She's eyeballing that.
Wait, what?
Pointing to Luna.
There is eyeballing that remark.
There's a
Looking forward to a
reason.
carefree life here. So let's get a move on, everyone.
Farron's
Yeah,
just
that's-
nodding.
Okay.
You staying here, yeah? Shadow. Swift. I always forget this guy's name.
Wandering whisper.
Wandering Whisper, yes. You just staying here, Ben?
I can lead you there, if you prefer.
I'm sure we can manage it eventually.
Do you have a map?
We don't really need to draw one, no.
See if I was to show you some parchment, would you be able to draw a map for us?
More or less. A rough sketch, don't expect anything to be to scale. I'm not a cartographer.
That's fair. Understandable. And I pass some parchment and a quill.
Yes, Mama.
While we're on that subject, what jobs are available here? What skills are being used currently in the moment in the villages?
Yes, we were told. You said to us we would be checked for what skills could be useful to the population. I think. Hold on while DM provides a simple map.
Yeah, I should just do on simple math for you guys.
Makes sense that he's not going to reply while he's drawing. We did ask for the map.
Multitasking is it's a hard thing.
I'm talking about the character, the NPC was drawing and not answering.
Richie here is just drawing out on that parchment right now. Right, I'm role playing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably better asking that sort of question when he's not concentrating on drawing a map for us.
Very well.
There you go.
What sort of job are you looking for? Are you hoping for, Ben?
What do you mean?
Oh no, I'm talking to Milava.
Oh.
Because he mentioned he wasn't a cartographer, I was wondering if there were any in the village.
Ugh,
Considering he said we won't need a map.
can't really need anything. This island's not that big. Master for
Yeah,
people
being a
who
local,
want to
you
venture
must
away
just
from the
learn
island,
it.
but why would you leave paradise?
Not necessarily to leave, just so we can keep an eye on we're not going into the wrong areas.
It would still be
assuming-
paradise, I'm sure, if we were to travel between the villages and see all of these happy faces around.
But yeah, he hands you this parchment, Mandra.
Okay, let me just open it. And are we in Crossfire yet?
You're in Crossfire.
And is that circle to the left the
Mountain.
bad bit? Okay. And our forever beds are in Shadow Pit. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I'm sure this will be to great use.
Of course.
So, in relation to Malara's question, what skills are being of use?
Hunting, gathering, protection, farming, some fishing, killing, any usual things that one would need to ensure their bellies are full and their heads are covered.
So I'm useless. Okay.
Sure, there'd be some sort of use for you.
Sometimes a hunter could use some bait.
Please don't give them ideas, Madra.
Oh. Is there anywhere else you would rather go?
We should. What do you mean?
I'm happy. I am free for the day, so I am happy to come with you throughout the island.
Where else do you think we would be wanting to go?
The Silent Tail Enclave.
What's down that way?
The other settlement. Mostly.
I thought our accommodation was in Shadowfell. So I figured that would be a settlement. Would you be able to say the main difference between these, like all three settlements on this island?
Second, it's a bit hot. Sorry guys, it's really hot.
Okay.
Yep.
So hot it is making me tired. Windows open, so hopefully that helps. Right. Try and keep with most of the stuff that's happening. Other selling tail enclaves you can venture and explore there. Maybe have the people that live there.
No, I was asking for the main difference between the three settlements.
Glassby is the closest to some of the caves. Each Silent Tail is less people that are. Most of the sailors have mostly landed there because they prefer fishing. And Shadowpelt and Clawspire are both, well, mostly Tabaxi settlements. I myself are from Shadowpelt.
It might be worth checking out Silent Tail Enclave then. I'm asking around to group. What do you think?
It might be good to check it out.
Like say I'm following you all.
Okay. This way. He leads you out towards the slightly more south but east half out of the village. I presume we're maintaining our marching order?
I know I would be.
Yeah.
I might switch
Bring
with
it back.
if he was more comfortable being in the middle, he said. I might switch that with him.
You're both in the middle right now.
Yeah.
Well, for him to be closer to me, I'm sure.
He's fine where they kind of are, because either way, it'd be one from the front or one from the back.
Mm.
So it's fine.
Mm.
Also, you've got probably more protection than I do. So stand behind the wall. Used to have a paladin to do that for
I'm
me.
squishy.
Yeah, but you hit like a fucking freight train.
No, I don't. That was Vanzan's.
He was the walking tank. That's why I stayed behind him a lot of times.
Makes sense.
But yes, mantras at the front.
One thing I will say is while we're walking, I am going to be eagle-eyeing behind us to see if I can see anyone that is potentially following us.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll perception or just going by passive?
Make a perception check. You're actively trying to look for something, you make your perception.
Yep. Trying to see what it is I'm getting the advantage for. Would you say I'm able to see further than 60 feet, or is my vision limited with the
vision's-
forest?
It is quite dense. It's hard to see round. Everything looks more or less green with some of the vibrant colours, but it's hard to tell what is 10 feet, what is 100 feet away.
Okay, no, the reason why I'm specifically asking is because I get advantage for things that are within observing a location within 60 foot of me. So that's why I'm asking, is it dense enough that I can't logically see past that 60 foot? So that way
No.
I would be the advantage. Okay. That's why I was asking to work out
Oh,
what I'm
fine.
rolling. Okay, I might be changing that die because that one's hard to read. Okay, that's 29.
So I'm just trying to make sure I prefer your journey because you're going this route instead of our ones. Right, anything you asked me to check with you there, can you just repeat that? Still sweating. No?
What?
Did you ask me to do anything or answer something there?
No, I was just asking about the perception check, and I told you I was 29. So
Yeah.
if there was any information to tell me, I was just waiting for information.
Well, you did ask. You did mention some things you were particularly looking for.
Yeah,
because I know initially
that's
you
what I
mentioned
needed.
behind,
Oh,
following
shit, sorry.
or anything.
Specifically, I'm looking to see if I can see anyone following us. I'm overly cautious that we're being spied on.
Not to your knowledge, you don't really see anybody, but you do still have that sense, which has always been persistent, that you feel like you are being watched.
That's why I'm like, are we getting spied on? That's why I was like, is anyone following us? Okay.
Are you okay there, Farron? I believe your name was. Are you
Sorry?
looking over your shoulders, or is there an issue? Please, let me. I'd like to help any way I can.
I'm fine. I'm just overly cautious.
And incite you.
New die? Yeah, no. Even just on the die alone is 18 plus 5.
That's fine.
As
Look at it.
for
I landed on 19. It just rolled onto the 4. It's like, the 9. Sorry. It's like.
What were you saying there, love?
It can be after you deal with this interaction because it's something else Mantra does while we're walking.
Yep. He just I believe what I'm saying.
No, that's fine. So it's okay. Again, let me know if you need anything. Do you think you will all love it here while you're living here with us?
As we answer this, Mantra's specifically looking to see what way he's looking as he's asking these questions, and what I meant to
He's
say is while we were
looking ahead as
walking,
he's-
Mantra was watching him.
Effectively navigating for everybody right now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 30 to survival.
Damn.
But yeah, is there anything else I can help?
I'm not sure why you're always asking if you could help us, because since we've arrived, you've been, well, other than the bone arrow to my face, you've been very helpful and constantly seeing to us.
Of course, it's. I wouldn't say a hospitality thing, it's just our nature. Forful tells us to be kind and welcoming to anybody who would be on our island, and hopefully that they would be someone who would like to be part of our family, our community. Many people come here and decide never to leave.
I can understand why people would. I mean, with everyone being friendly, no one seems upset or depressed. Very much unlike the other cities in this world.
Oh,
Do you remember why you decided to stay?
always been on this island? I have never had any interest of ever leaving this island or going anywhere, venturing to any place. This does not interest me. But what we're going to do
Mantra
now
believes, but she's kind of thinking
is...
it's sus.
Yeah, what we're going to do just now is we are going to take a break as the party continue to journey towards Shadow Pelt. Not Shadow Pelt, the other place, the other one. Silent Tail Enclave. So we're back in about 15 minutes time, guys. Just let people do what they need to do right now. See you soon.
I finally gotta go
Puta
open the door.
And welcome back. We're gonna leave, guys. Justin just killed the group.
Yes,
I'm out. Bye.
I win. Okay, you bounce away. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
I think you broke the other two.
We came back at the same time. Doesn't mean anything. Welcome back, everybody. So, with a little break, with a bit of ads, with some heating, thermal regulation, checking to make sure the little one's okay, and a quick endorphin boost from FetLife. Back into the game a little bit longer. We'll see. So, as you guys are journeying towards, let's gonna call it Shadowpelt Island again, village again. I'm not gonna go that one. We're going to Silent Tail. There we go. I'll get used to it, and then we'll be done with the island, and we'll move on back on to sorry, Ark.
Wait, what up?
Anyway. But yeah, any questions you have, any concerns, please let me know so I can help you.
I'm fine.
Do you have any questions? Please, Eddie, at all.
I'm starting to.
I'd actually
actively
be
ignore 'em.
tempted.
Say that again.
I'd actually be tempted to ask you a question the other way round. So, is there anything you would like to hear, or you would like us to say, or help you out with?
Plus, we're trying to find out how well you would all best contribute, because we would, at the end of the day, all need to contribute to keep obviously the roof above heads, food on our bellies. You all look like capable fighters. Possibly protecting the villages would be maybe your forefront.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was any role of sort of a scout or a. Well, it's not really a scout, is it? Someone who would escort people from one village to another if they wanted to see friends or family.
Well, usually is not much of an issue of that.
So, Mantra, in other words, you want to steal his job.
Baron,
And
what,
then-
what skills do you think you bring to the table?
Who?
Baron.
Honestly,
I was gonna
from
say,
what?
did you forget your name too?
No, I was like, wait, did he say Farron? I was like, I wasn't sure. And I was like, please tell me he didn't say Farron, because Farron's really getting pissed off at this guy. Stop asking questions.
And it had said that Farron was actively ignoring.
Yeah. So Farron completely disregards it. He's not actively listening to him.
That's when you just hear
He
your
stops
name.
and
You go,
turns
"What,
around
what?"
and goes up to Farron, puts his arm on his shoulder. Are you okay? You seem to be deep in thought.
I've told you I'm fine. If you can take my answer, I'd be appreciated.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. I was asking you what kind of skills you think you would bring to our community.
Well, from what it sounds like, a lot of my things are going to disappear. So I can't necessarily do what I do well. And what I usually do when it's not including magic is to do with archaeology, which in this place doesn't seem like it's going to be of much use. So really, I'm going to be pretty much useless. Because I'm pretty squishy.
I'm sure we'll find something of worth for you that you'll find fulfilling.
can certainly
That's-
try.
You gonna say
I'm
something?
sure the
Dan?
mantra would want this.
No.
Yeah, I was going to, but then I realised I was wording it the way I would say it, but not how mantra would. Is the accommodation compulsory?
No. You may. Some people who tend to range the forests themselves sometimes just prefer to sleep rough. Some tend to just
And
live
has-
in villages, but the free sites are probably the best sites you can find for accommodation.
Just another random question is, have you escorted many people that have arrived before and have mentioned if they didn't want to stay here for any reason?
A few. Nobody seemed to have opted wanting to leave after a while. There's initially some apprehension, but everybody's happy to be here. He does well to protect us.
Is he looking around? Is he saying that, like past us, or?
He's literally directly looking at you.
Well, that's good to hear. He's still lying through our teeth, by the way.
Who?
Mantra when she's like, "Oh, that's good to hear."
Maybe you are able to. I will let you for this review. Remember, you can insight this if you are still skeptical.
I would like to, because Mantra's not trusting the guy.
Yeah,
She's
that's
just trying to
just
say what
surprised
he
you
wants to
haven't.
hear to. What?
Just surprised you haven't.
I will as well, because I know some people's insights aren't as high as mine.
Well, I did get a nat 20, so that's 22.
Nice.
So that's a 10.
Man.
He seems to genuinely believe all this. And enthusiastically.
I just like my number I got there, 34. It's one of the few things you can do well.
And with my insight, would I know if he's particularly watching us more than someone who would normally just be guiding someone would be?
His observations towards you are a bit more curious, more than assessing. Like meeting a new person that is being put to your team, basically. He's very intrigued, but
We've
not to
been
the
making
point.
a lot of strange, odd glances as we've been traveling. Is everything okay?
I'm just trying to take your faces in so I can remember you when I see you again. It's wonderful to have new people, especially at Tabaxi. Never get many new Tabaxi joining our community.
Some not born here?
Yeah,
You
they are
said you
born
were.
here. They're always with the community if they're born, but I mean, like, one who comes to us from the outside.
I do have one idea. One thing I think would be really beneficial to a lot of people is I know a couple of Tabaxi back in outside of the islands. Do you know if there's any good ways that we would be able to recruit them here?
Not to worry, if Volver wills it, then they will find a way here.
Noted. Thank
Eventually,
you.
everybody comes here, or be part of our community. This island's
No.
much too small to bring in far too many people.
What methods have you used for the ones that are apprehensive about staying?
Nothing. We do not persuade them in any way, shape, or form. They eventually decide, yes, I'd like to stay here, and they kind of forgo their previous interests and intrigues, and they really that nothing else seems to matter, and feel more happy to remain here. It's been the case of everybody that has been skeptical. Some people have been like, "Oh, this is a nice place. I'd like to be here." Some actually come here in accord of hearing about us as well.
Now, you said you keep looking at us to observe us. You want to remember our faces? Are you saying, not to sound rude or anything, but do you seem like you have to refresh everyone's faces in your mind every day?
No,
Are there that many people here?
not just many people, but you're new people.
Okay.
But no, I don't have any issues remembering anything. I know who I am, where I was born, where I came from, and what I do.
How far away is the village, though?
So he looks ahead and he looks towards the mountain. Looks like he's trying to measure this. Probably
Two
another hour or so. Just thinking my bearing on where we are from the mountain, because the mountain always looks one way, one particular location. Best survival tip I've ever had was pick a landmark, find out which side you're on, and you know where you are. Probably an hour away. But it will get a bit anybody have issue with sand?
No.
Good.
Toto usually rolls in it.
So as you continue to walk, we seem to start to become a bit more sparse and eventually end as you then see a rolling dunes of a desert that seems to stretch on from possibly about 2 miles. Spread across Severin, as the desert region of the island, a mirage dunes are a illusory landscape created. The heat here is quite searing. Well, it's supposed to be an oasis, but okay. You do see off the distance grey-like creature hovering, walking, well, hovering along in the desert. See those?
Yeah.
Phantoms. Stay clear of them. They tend to be a bit of a nuisance.
What do they do if they touch you or get to you?
Depends. Most of them are phantoms. Some of them are whites.
You dropped something. I'm not gonna lie, shat myself there.
But yes, so some are whites and most are phantoms.
Phantoms, ghosts.
But still, what do they do? Are
Oh.
they a threat? Do they hurt
Sort
people?
of. They don't know where these spirits came from. They're probably here before I was. Well, before I was able to wield a bow.
You say to be wary of them, and then you say they're not a problem.
Yeah, just be wary of them. If they start approaching you, obviously
So-
defend yourself. But if they leave you alone, it's always best to leave them alone.
Have you had many incidents in the villages of people approaching these
Every now and
functions.
again. None of major consequence. But yes. Anyway, fasten your spoiler skin because it is quite hot. He walks out. See his feet sink into the sand as he continues to walk on.
Yeah.
Keep
Oh,
up.
probably take a swig of water.
I'm finally comfortable after all that cold. This is more my speed.
I become more acclimated to the terrain that I'm in over a period of time. So right now, it's a bit warm.
Mm-hmm.
So because if I remember correctly, we pretty much went from being in essentially an ant's nest with winter clothes on. We then went from there to the plane of fire, then here. I think Farron honestly has not really noticed or paid attention to the clothes that he's wearing because he would have still been wearing that winter clothes. So he's probably sweating buckets right now.
He just look over his shoulder towards you, and he just go, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Lead the way.
Another hour and 15 minutes to go, give or take. Sorry, no, that's wrong. Another 58 minutes and we'll be through.
I'm going to use message on Malara.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't trust this fucker.
I'll use message back because I also have message. He's too happy-go-lucky and willing.
And I can almost guarantee Mantra knows exactly what fucking Theron's thinking about right now, because
Andra has two things that she's thinking. You're thinking about just now.
curious. I'm wondering which two.
So, as you continue to walk through the desert, keeping with... Everybody make a perception check.
Is it to do with anything that's within 60 feet of me?
Nope.
Not 20. So 30.
27.
20.
All three of you do see this. All of a sudden, the desert, center of the desert, huge serpent-like worm creature breaks up from the ground, and then curls as it drops down. It looks directly at all of you with a purple carapace with huge claws, fangs, seem to be for grabbing on things with, and a deafening trill from the distance.
So what's that? You never mentioned the wannabes.
What is what?
Is this your pet?
That.
He looks around and goes, "Don't believe everything you see."
It's like
He
a
just
giant
walks
worm
on.
thing.
I'm going to use my bonus action to use the true sight thing.
Mhm.
Does it look like an illusion?
Not within how many feet for you?
It
If
would
not
be
within 60 feet.
Well, it lasts for so many minutes. So I'm going to just keep that up, watching.
Yep. It lands on the ground and begins snaking towards you quickly. And this is a colossal creature. What do you do?
I'm holding an action. If that thing gets
Say
within,
tell you so.
yeah, I'm holding action in case that thing gets within 100. Is that within 120 foot of us?
It is now, and well, the rest of us just looking at it as well, going,
I'm going to use psychic. If it's within 120 foot of me, I'm going to use 5th level psychic glance.
As you throw it, straight through it,
Okay, it's an illusion.
and just misses away from you.
Not that. Apologize. Not that I didn't trust you saying don't trust everything you see, but
You seem very apprehensive there. Everything okay, Farron?
I'm fine. I just, like I said, overly cautious.
Of course. You don't pick me. You don't strike me as the skeptical type.
Oh, I can be very skeptical. Very, very skeptical.
Oh. How far to go? I'm just walking on just ahead of you, showing you the way.
Fuck, really hope I don't need that spell slot anytime soon.
Malara's going to send him another message to Farron saying, "Don't show your face. Don't show it. Hold it together."
Having that overly fake smile on.
A little better.
Let's say one of your nostrils has stopped working.
Yeah, one always is clogged. Can I make an insight check on Mantra? Because since the cave, a lot more has been a lot more happier than normal. And even though he is thinking she is playing along with what we've discussed about, right now, and he's already apprehensive about a lot of the things right now, he is wondering about her. I'm trying to just work out, is she alright? Or is she getting fucked up?
Make an
Fucked
insight
around bad? This is the one I just got that 20 on. I'll take that. 15 on the die plus 15, so 30.
That's higher than Mantra's performance.
So you're just perform, or what would I get from that?
Wasn't sure. Lima would be saying.
What do you mean I'll be saying
No.
what?
Cool. Mantra is performing, and you probably realise that the underlying sarcasm under pretty much everything she said. She's not fully enjoying it, but she's performing and pretending to be happier.
Okay.
Says you're. And after dodging some of the phantoms and ghosts that you can see floating around, a few other surprising figures that turned out to be not really there, you managed to make it to the tree line, leaving the Raj Dunes. After a brief walk of maybe 10 minutes, you enter Silent Hill Enclave. not too dissimilar to the other one that you were just in, back at the Clossbar Village. But there's more specialization of these houses being tied towards the ocean itself, as the ocean just peaks in a small bay, which most of the buildings have been shrouding. Again, populations are quite varying. There seems to be far less than Tabaxi here, but more other races, mostly humans, elves, the usual common stuff.
Okay.
So now we're
Farn.
here. Are you going to explain what goes on here?
Oh, I'd like you all to get acquainted with people here. It's the best place to get a hold of mostly food, at least our meat, for meaty diets. They do quite successful fishing here. I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you possibly back later. Walks off.
Mantra draws a slight sigh of relief now she can take character slightly.
I just think to myself, thank fuck he's gone.
So someone could read your mind just now?
Oh, without a doubt. I'm not even denying that shit. He is thinking, thank you.
So I still feel like I'm being watched, and I'm not always comfortable talking about a lot of things when I have this sort of overarching feeling.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Is our guide out of sight? DM.
PM.
Sleeping DM.
Oh, there we go. An eye twitch.
Is
So, yeah.
our guide out of sight?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's disappeared into the crowds.
Okay.
Well, I say crowds. The many people that are around.
I have an idea before we do something. I go up to a nearby tree and I cast Rope Trick. And I'm going to ask us all to go in.
Happily.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Do we still feel like we are being watched
Still
when we're
persistent.
in a pocket plane? Even though we're in a slightly different plane?
You're still in the material realm.
but
You're
if
still
you've
on
got-
Austral.
Yeah, but we're in a pocket.
Nope. There's
Rope Trick
no
spell.
discernible way that you've seen so far that you seem to be on a different plane.
No, she said she's casted rope trick.
Oh, rope trick. Sorry, I just realised what you meant. Yeah. As you head up into the rope trick to, well, for lack of better, move into a different dimension, you still have that weird feeling.
Yeah, it says it's an extra dimensional space.
Mhm.
Okay.
To be fair,
This is strange.
this is probably the safest we're going to get right now to being in a different place and hopefully not being heard.
Yes, thank you, Matra.
Well, I don't have enough spell slots to be able to cast it constantly, but sorry if my acting was a little over the top.
It was a bit obvious. Well, to me at least.
Yeah, so is it worth trying to see if anyone still seems to be in opposition to being in this place when we're going around this town?
everyone, or at least to me, everyone that has been here for a length of time seems, in quotation marks, happy and content.
Well, I felt a bit happier at the time where I had forgot half my problems. So I can see why it would do it. But that's not how you remember people.
Even if you were to block those thoughts out, there's no possibility you could be happy every day.
It could be
Wow.
if it's a magic effect.
Right.
Well,
That's why people do drugs.
well, here's one perspective on this kind of whole situation. I lost all my memories after coming out of that tube. Anything before that, I didn't remember. So for a while, until I start, honestly, more when I met up with Mantra and the rest of the group, that's more when I started getting wee snippets of memories back. But before getting those snippets back, I had nothing holding me down. Which, yes, it's freeing, but you then don't necessarily know what's helped create the person that you are today. If that makes
Yes.
sense.
No,
Or at
I
least-
get it. If I was to forget the entire reason why we are out, well, I'm out on this sort of whole adventure, it's, I feel like I would lose my drive to do things.
I've already lost a portion of my drive to why I joined this group to begin with.
Oh, because we were a messed up group.
That's one way to put it.
Hmm.
Well, we did call ourselves the Improbable Pack for this
Yeah, but-
thing.
I don't think we ever actually told you the name of our group.
No.
Well, at least for the hunt, at least, anyway, it's the Improbable Pack. Just because the likelihood of us not causing shit is very improbable. As you may have noticed.
It's been entertaining so far.
At least that's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to thank Nice for our pursuits are classed as entertaining.
Well, to be fair, we have already got her killed once.
Yeah.
And I've died.
And
I've lost track.
And I should probably apologise slightly for the time where we were gaslighting you into thinking that you didn't die and get brought back.
oh. No.
But we did eventually explain it, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, how did we do that again?
What? What specific bit? How did we do what? Get us killed?
I remember you
What?
dying and coming back and all that stuff.
Oh,
Killed by
please
the
tell me.
bees.
It's Mir. Do you remember Mir? Do we have to say this again?
The chronomancy wizard that you grew up with, essentially, from what you've said to me in the past, as an uncle.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, Mia. I had to cut me off over that.
Yeah, the guy that used to own this hat.
Yeah.
I noticed
Just the
you,
name left my mind briefly. It's fine.
I noticed you keep grabbing at your necklace and your ring. Does that help you?
It helps motivate me. Yes.
Good. So if we see a time that you're not doing that, maybe we should remind you.
Stop being happy. Your loved ones died.
Mulara doesn't fully know the story of the ring, so
I only know a portion. What she told me in the cave.
yeah.
And what I've actively said out loud.
And I peered over the shoulder to read.
What, and you saw Mantra's page of self-hate? You did it!
Congratulations, you've worked out Madra's personality.
Indeed.
So what do we do now?
They
I
One-
think we look for anyone that doesn't seem as happy here, who might not be too obvious about it because they might be trying to hide. Don't know, maybe if someone's too obvious about it, they get taken to that place with the shadowy things.
I've been wondering
Or
if a
something
sacrifice
of-
counted as a person as well.
see, one thing I've also wondered is one of the I think one Whisper. I'm just calling him Whisper, or I'm just calling him W. Makes it easy. Keep him to one letter so I don't get attached, even though he's pissed me off. He mentioned a cave with, or somewhere ships likely are getting
Yes,
help.
he said the sailors here in this village, which is why I said it might be worth coming to.
So I'm just going to ask, because I know I don't. Any of you know how to sail a ship?
Commander, I don't like boats.
I look at Alvavor. Do you know how to sail
Oh, yeah,
boats?
Farron's not seen Mantra
No.
on a ship.
I fight. Do you?
If you keep me awake and stuff, I could probably suffer and cast Unseen Servant to sail it for us.
Okay, I can be spectacularly annoying when I want to be. That can easily keep you awake.
Nicely, because otherwise I could just not use a spell slot.
There's that too. But you just said keep you awake. You never said nicely. Stipulate specific wording is key.
Shall we head down and look for anyone that doesn't seem 100% and also look out, see if there's any signs of ships?
What I would also say is if we can try and find any of the newest people besides us that have came to this island.
That's what
'Cause-
Mantra's hoping for with people not 100%.
Yeah, because obviously from what it seems, like the people that have been here the longer, the less they are they are of themselves.
Yeah, I
And
also want to see
what
if
do you
anyone
suggest,
has like,
then, Farron?
What?
What do you suggest? Alvor.
Like if,
Do you think
if I
their
still-
memories have been tampered for that long? They don't remember anything. That's why they seem so happy.
I think they've
yes, believe.
lost the bits that don't, or the things that would make someone unhappy, or not even just that. They've more than likely lost their in general sense of self.
Well, why don't we undo it on one of them, see what happens?
How?
I don't know, some kind of magic, something that can do things. Lara, do you have any spells that could probably reverse memory loss in some way?
I might have something that's able to modify a memory and change it.
Not so much modify. What about removing ailments?
I can remove curses, and I have lesser restoration, but I'm not sure if that would work. And give it a shot.
Less red restoration, unless it's poison? I mean, have we drank the water here?
I know I certainly fucking
No,
And
I don't think we ate the food either.
what
my
about greater
flask.
restoration? Do you have that?
Let me see if I can sleep on it and get it.
You're be able to.
You're a cleric, yeah, you can.
I think I should be able to, yeah. Uh,
But it takes.
I can sleep through the night, yeah.
But
Compare it
Nathan,
with tomorrow morning.
For example, if wandering, if he has been here for many years and his memory has been altered for that long, he might know what's going on and how this has influenced him and others around him.
When you looked into him, Farron, right? He seemed legit by what he was saying.
Well, he's not actively telling any lies. But if he doesn't know what is a lie in the first place, he believes it's the truth. That's the kind of awkward thing when it comes to individual truths. Because if you don't know it's a lie,
do we trust to use it on him?
Maybe on our return journey with him, maybe we should, I don't know.
Here's an idea. One, what we could do is we could potentially try casting it on one of us. Because I can almost guarantee someone out of us has forgot something that we don't remember and more than likely haven't wrote down in our books. Could well be something very obscure that you wouldn't think about writing down. Where if you then cast that on that said person, if there's something they've not remembered, that could potentially help tell us, okay, this can work.
How would you know that you couldn't remember something when you suddenly remember it?
I'm only saying this specifically if it was like an obscure thing. If it's something that, like for example, with you, Mantra, you seem still, even at this point in time, I was looking at chat there. You seem to essentially completely forgot who the Council of Lunafell was. From what I've understood, a lot of them were pretty much family to you. So, yeah, David, you feel a little bit called out there? Uh-huh.
I should be dead. I'm not dead. Something happened. I might need to start religion.
So, if, for example, we talk about you here, if someone casts that on you, and then someone talks to you about said Council Lunafall, because, like, I'm pretty sure we've not mentioned at least, I don't know who we've not mentioned out of them, because I'm perfectly frank, I don't remember exactly who all's in it, to be honest. But then you've got a lot more memories to do with that, so then you're more than likely going to remember anything, any snippets that is more than likely going to be significant to you, or at least that's the way I'm looking at it.
I don't know. I don't think there's any other bigger memories than the one that I had flashback. So.
It's only an idea.
We'll need to sleep on it anyway because Laura doesn't seem to have the appropriate. I don't have it, so yeah. If you want to try and grab that, and let's get some rest here then, and hopefully we'll remember. Put it in our journals that we're going to do this.
One other thing is maybe Alvaro might be right if we use it, but then again, that person might have been born here. I'd say we use it on one of the humans or something, someone that might not have been born here.
What about those two that you spoke to when we first got to the island?
Yeah.
Do you think this could be somewhere in relation to your past? And
Yeah.
How long ago was it?
About 20 years.
She walks off and walks around a human, just sitting there basically carving some wood. Excuse me.
We get out of the extra dimensional place.
Alright, okay. Yes. And she goes, excuse me, can I ask, when did you come here? How long have I been here? Probably about 9 years. Anybody been on the island for more than 20 years, other than the backseat? Not really, no. A lot of people started coming here about 20 years ago. I came here on a shipwreck 7 years ago. Thank you. And she runs off. Back to you, Goose. And she scales up and goes, yeah, maybe it happened right about the time you left.
Okay.
So if we
I'm
get these
fed up
back
of
is
all
more than
the
20
instances,
years
yeah.
old, then maybe we might find an answer.
Isn't our guide
Does he look
Whisper?
like a twin? Does he look like your age?
Silent Whisper?
Or does he look older? I think he looks older. Not like your current age, but I mean your normal age.
Because I got blessed by the storm. Youthful
Alva rolls her
complexion.
eyes. Sure, Farah remembers that well.
I remember what, sorry? I was typing shit.
Beard.
The storm.
Ever
Where you
beard.
turned blue.
Oh, no need to bring that up. No. No.
Yolara grabs out her journal and starts writing more down.
No. That
Alva
was...
proceeds to tell
Lara.
Lara all about these things, and then she suddenly stops partway through and she goes, what's it called again? What kind of storm was it? When did it occur, that storm thing that made all those things happen? What was it called? And where were we?
It was a wild magic storm, something
Yes,
like
that.
that.
I think. And where were we?
Remember correctly, I believe we were at Mantra's Inn. No. Yes,
No.
because we didn't go to your estate at that point yet. We were planning to. But that kind of whole thing started causing chaos, and I had to roll 20 times on the wild magic surge table to see what shit went on.
It wasn't near my inn, no. It was at some point before we met our what's it called? The
This is when the players are having a brain fart moment right now. Hold on, guys. We're trying to remember.
I mean, it'll make her come into it because she can't really remember anything.
Let's
from
go
Lunar
find
Cup.
our accommodation and sleep on this. We should be able to figure this out in the morning. Deposit a journal and starts writing. Inject remember serum and interrogate. I can't wait.
Oliver, are you feeling okay?
This big giddy.
Kitty,
I still don't know who the fuck that thing is.
show her the bug.
Alright.
Kill the bug.
He
Is
is
she
a
still
faithful
giddy?
companion. You were asked the question there, DM.
I know. Still a little bit giddy.
Well, can you make sure you prepare that spell? No, I won't.
Yeah, I'll prepare it.
It might be worth using it on a tabaxi because most of the humans haven't been here long enough.
Probably
Are we gonna use
Whisper.
it on users?
you use it in Whisper. He's been here probably long. He's definitely older than you, Mantra.
Yeah, so I think he's a bit older than my actual age.
That's what I meant. 'Cause I know you're an old bitch.
Not that old. Well, I was going to be really confused.
Technically, if you are going to call anyone old, technically it should be me. I'm alive after 800 odd years.
Don't worry, we're already calling you old man.
I know.
Oh, she runs off to find some loose accommodation or maybe an area where you guys can set up camp. Anything else you three want to do before you turn in for the night?
I have one question. I look at Malara. So I've worked out I'm about very old. How old are
Mhm.
you?
I suppose I remember my age, right, Mr. DM?
Roll me a d20.
Okay. Considering she forgot a lot about herself in general. 19.
Don't tell me.
The number
she's got-
slips your mind.
I'm an adult. I think.
Like 50, like child, 100, still relatively child. That's when they kind of become adults. Proper
I don't
adult.
remember. I drink. Pulls out her wine bottle.
Good choice.
Mantra's writing in her journal,
Perfect. Everybody stepping up
pretty much
captain.
saying everything that happens, and then, yeah.
Fine. So you may all take a long rest, and we'll come back to the consequences of your rest in the next session. Yeah. There we go. Need to see what happens next week,
Mantra
guys.
had asked beforehand that we would have long enough to get there before going to the other village. She did ask that
Yep.
at the start of the
Mhm.
session.
Well,
When the guy
clearly
was
the
drawing the
fucker
map.
lied.
Yeah.
You guys have went from one way to half an hour into a cave, and then about an hour you spent going to and back from that cave. Then you spent another half hour, so you lost 2 hours already. Then you spent a little time in the village discussing things, and then
Yeah.
Wandering came back to you, and then
Doesn't
discussed with you
doesn't
guys what
say
you want to
that
do.
Whisper would still say because she had asked after the caves and stuff when the map was being drawn. So you know.
As you say, he's not a cartographer. So let's call it there for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. So we took a little bit longer to come into them, so we're not all grateful we're at the moment. But everything should be back together normal next week. Until then, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Still here. Good night.